Hello and welcome back to Just Vintage Crochet, and in today's tutorial we are finally going to get to the babies. We are going to make this beautiful baby bonnet. Oh, I love this so much. Okay, so I was working out the materials and the hook for this. It says steel crochet hook number 8. I'm sorry. Now, first, let me just say this pattern is from 1941. They do want a steel crochet hook number 8. I have 3 of them. And see, one is from Boy. This one here is from Busilla. And this one is from Jewel. They are all slightly different, not necessarily in size, but in how far the hook sticks out. I opted to go with the Boy. It seemed to be friendliest with the yarn, and it was the longest, most comfortable one in the hand. So that is the one I went with. But I also found that the modern equivalent of a number 2 or 1.5 millimeter also works. It's only very slightly bigger, but I worked up 2 swatches, as this gives a swatch gauge, 11 double crochets, actual like modern US double crochets as well. 11 double crochets makes 1 inch, 5 rows of double crochets makes 1 inch. So I worked up that swatch with both of these, and it came out just right. Now, with the actual number 8 hook, of course, we'll get into the material. I think the problem is in the yarn or the thread. So this works up to being right on an inch. Well, just a hair under an inch. I do have it kind of stretched a little bit. So let me just squeeze it and relax it a little to its more natural state. And this comes up to just a hair, just a little bit under an inch this way, and exactly an inch this way. I do believe the issue is more with this. I don't think this hat is made in a number 20. I think it's made in a number 24. I don't have a number 24. I can't find a number 24. So I do have a number 20. So I'm going to make this a number 20. Just know that if you do go with a modern number 2, 1.5 millimeter, you're going to hit it right on the spot with this. I'm actually going to make this with this hook here because this one does make it just ever so slightly smaller. It really is very close to being on the money. So if you want to make this with your vintage crochet hook number 8, I think that's still going to be fine, because as you can see, it's just at barely under an inch, barely. And since this is cotton, it can be wet and then kind of stretched a little bit to make it a little bit bigger if you need to. That's going to be fine. Here is that same swatch worked up with the number 2 1.5 millimeter hook. Here you go. It's just almost right on the money. It's only just a hair too big, just a slight hair too big. But as far as rows go, it's right on the money, 1 inch. 1 inch. So that is what we're looking at as far as yarn and hooks. So yeah, I tried to find a number 24 crochet thread. Now, you can find them on Etsy, but I wasn't particularly interested in going that route this time. I'm just going to make it work with this number 20, as this is something you can easily and commonly find on Amazon or wherever you buy your yarns and threads. So I want to go with what's more readily available, because those suppliers on Etsy, eventually they're going to run out of their supply. They only have, a set amount of things that are vintage. A little bit of chocolate. They only have a set amount of things that are actually, that are vintage. It only lasts so long. It's finite, So I want to make this in number 20, because number 20 is common and readily available. Now let's get into the pattern. Let me give you a really good look at this. Isn't this cute? We are going to need to get some ribbon. They do tell us how much ribbon to get. I personally have never made a ribbon They call this a rose. I've never made one before, but I'm gonna this time. I'll probably look up a couple of tutorials on YouTube so that way I don't mess up. And it's a very simple pattern, very lacy, open work. So this is going to be a lot of fun. And again, this is from 1941, so let's get right into the pattern. Okay, so getting into the pattern, I am using DMC number 20. And I'm going to use the 1.5 millimeter number 2 modern hook. So, oh, I got all these patterns. So it says here, starting at center back, chain 10, join with a slip stitch to form a ring. I'm actually going to work a magic circle, but you can absolutely do the chain 10 if you are more comfortable with that. Then we'll get into the first round. Well, let's just get into the first round. First round, chain 1, 15 single crochet in the ring, slip stitch in the first single crochet made. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and start with a magic circle, just because that's my personal preference. There we go. Now I will work 15 single crochet into the ring. There we go. 1, 2, and 3. I will be back when I have 15 and I'm ready to join. Okay, I'm at 12, 13, 14, and 15. Tighten the ring up just a bit. Join into my very first single crochet made right there. And there we go. Wonder, did I join into the first or did I join into the first chain? No, I think that was the first one. Okay, now let's look what it says to do here. Second round, single crochet in same, oops, let me get you in here, in same place as slip stitch. Then we will chain 7, single crochet in next single crochet. Repeat from here around, ending with chain 3, ending with chain 3, treble in first single crochet made. Oh, we're going to chain 3 and work a treble. That's how we're going to join. Okay, and we'll have a total of 15 loops. Okay, I get it. I got it. So here we go. We chain 1 and work a single crochet into the same stitch we just joined into. Make sure that is the same one. Okay, work our single crochet, then chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then we work a single crochet into the next stitch over. And from this, we work chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And we single crochet into the next stitch over. Make sure I'm getting there and there right. Yep. Okay. And repeat. So I'll be back whenever I get close to the end and we work that treble crochet to close off this round. So that was 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Single crochet into the next stitch over. Okay, guys, I'll be back when we get closer to the end. Okay, just coming up to my last stitch. I just worked my 14th loop here. So now we are going to work a chain 3 and then a treble crochet into our last stitch right here, right there. So we will chain 3, yarn over twice, not 3 times, yarn over twice, and into the next stitch over we work our treble crochet. That gives us our last loop, and it allows us to end in the middle top of the stitch. Now let's see what they want us to do with that. Okay. Oh, in the first single crochet made, so let me correct myself here. First single crochet made, that's going to be over one more. There we go. Okay. Little bit of a gap there. All right. Now let's look. Third, fourth, and fifth rounds, we chain 7, single crochet into the next loop. Repeat from here. Nope. Yes. I'm sorry. It was so similar to round 2. I thought I might have been reading round 2. Okay, so third, fourth, and fifth rounds, we are going to chain 7 and single crochet into the next loop. We will repeat this all the way around, ending with a chain 3 and treble crochet in the next treble crochet. Okay. So for the next 3 rounds, and let me get my row counter because now I'm knowing we are going to need to do this. So we are on round 2 and we are starting round 3. So round 3, 4, and 5. Here we go. We will chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And I, just for my own whatever, I'm actually going to put a stitch marker right here. Oops. Just to help me keep track of where I am. I don't know that it's entirely necessary, but I feel like I want to do that. Now we work a single crochet into the next loop. And we repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Single crochet into the next loop over. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Single crochet into the next loop over. Okay, I'm going to come back when I am ready to work. Well, if you would quit falling, that'd be cool. I'll be back when I'm ready to work my last stitch over here with the treble crochet. Okay, I'll be back. I made it back around to the beginning, and here's what I think we do. Chain 3, of course. Yarn over twice for a treble, and I'm going to have to remove my stitch marker actually. So yarn over twice again, and I think we work into the top of this treble crochet precisely where I had my stitch marker. So right there. I think that is what we do. Gives us an even 15 loops. Okay, now we chain 7, 1, 2, oh. Round 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and a single crochet into the next loop over, and I'm going to put my stitch marker back right into the top of that treble crochet, because I do believe we are meant to work in those treble crochets. It does seem like it looks that way. Okay. Chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and into the next loop, single crochet all the way around, and then you will chain 3 and work a treble crochet into the top of the next treble crochet, precisely where the stitch marker is now. Okay, y'all, I will be back whenever I get to the end of round 5. Okay, made it to round 5 here. I tightened up my center because I was looking a little crinkled, but when I tightened up the center string here, it really helped pull this together and flatten things out better. Here we are, the end of round 5. I haven't worked my last stitch yet. I'm going to work that with you. So we have 1, 2, and 3. Then we work a treble crochet into the top of the last row's treble crochet right here. 2 and 3. Okay, now let's see what we do next. 7th round, slip stitch, nope, 6th round, my bad. Same as last round, only ending with chain 7 and slip stitch into treble crochet below. Okay, so it looks like we are just going to work one more round of this, and instead of working a chain 3 and then a treble, we're just going to work a chain 7 and then work a treble into the top of this stitch right here. And I'm going to go ahead and just mark that while I am here. There we go. So we work a chain 7, 2, 3, 4, and let me mark my row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And here we go. I will catch back up with you when we get to the end. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Single crochet. This is quite interesting, isn't it? I love the way this is turning out so far. Really neat. Okay, I'll catch up with you guys when we get to the point of the last stitch. Okay, haven't worked my last stitch yet, but I have worked myself all the way around. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now we will slip stitch into the top of the treble crochet right here. And then move on to round 7. There we go. Now we're on to round 7. And there we go. Round 7, slip stitch in next loop. Chain 3 to count as 1 double crochet. 7 double crochet into the same loop. 8 double crochet in each loop around. Join with slip stitch in top stitch of first chain 3. Okay. So, because I just slip stitched, so I haven't chained one yet. So slip stitching into the next loop over. Now chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. And work 7 double crochet for a total of 8. 2, 3, 4. I'm counting 4 because I'm already counting the chain 3 as 1. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then the next loop over, we do this again. 8 double crochet in every single loop all the way around. And then we will slip stitch into the top of our chain 3 right here. Okay, I'll be back when we get back around. Okay, just coming up to the end, I'm about to join. And I already looked at the pattern, but I will show you the pattern as well. Looks like we're going to do one more row of double crochet. Had I known that, had I read on earlier, I would have just said, hey, we're about to do 2 rows of double crochet. Okay, moving on to row 8, or round 8. Sorry, round 8. And we are going to chain 3 and double crochet in each double crochet around and join. So, here we go. Chain 3 and double crochet in each double crochet around. Okay, I will be back when we are ready to join and end round 8 onto round 9. Okay, just getting ready to join into the top of the chain 3 here. There we go. Now we are ready for round 9. And here we are. Okay, single crochet in same place as slip stitch. Chain 7, skip 2 double crochet, single crochet into the next double crochet. Repeat this all around, ending with a chain 3 and treble crochet into the first single crochet made. We will have 40 loops. Okay, so I'm going to chain 1 and work a single crochet right here where we joined. Chain 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Skip 2 double crochet, 1, 2, and in the third one over we work a single crochet and chain 7 and repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And we skip 2. See here, I'm in this one here. 1, 2, and in the third one over, we work our single crochet. Okay, so this will be the repeat all the way around. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7. 1, 2. I got this little hair here I'm fighting with. Here we go. 1, 2, and in the third, double crochet over. Okay, I will come back when we get back around. Let me put, oh, I'm always dropping this. Let me put my stitch marker into the first single crochet made. There we go, because that's where we're going to work our treble crochet into, right there. All right, I will be back when I'm ready to join. Okay, haven't worked my last stitch yet. I was going to work that with you. So it said to do pretty much what we had done before, where we chain 3 and then work a treble crochet into our first single crochet made, which will be at the base of our very first chain 7. Yarn over twice, go into that single crochet, and there we go, work our treble. Okie doke. Now on to round 10. Same as, hang on a minute, don't want to lose my place here. Same as last round, only ending with a chain 7 and slip stitch into the treble crochet below. Okay, let's look at round 11. Slip stitch into the next chain, 4 double crochet in each loop around. Looks like this is going to be pretty simple. Okay, so just like the last round, only we're going to work our chain 7 into the treble crochet here. So we'll chain 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and work our single crochet into the next loop over. And I'm going to go ahead and place. Almost lost my hook again. I'm just not gripping it very well. Here we go. All right, chain 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then a single crochet. Okay, that will be the repeat all the way around. I'll be back when we are ready to work the last stitch, and we will work that together. Okay, just coming up to the end of round 10 here. Go ahead and work my last single crochet here and chain 7. And then slip stitch into the top of the treble crochet. now let's see what we're going to do next. Okay, now we are going to start round 11, 11th round, slip stitch into next loop, chain 3, 3 double crochet in same loop, 4 double crochet in each loop around, so the chain 3 will count as our first double crochet. And then join. Okay. So much like the one we did before, just a lot less double crochets. So I haven't chained one yet, so we slip stitch over to the next loop. Now we will chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and work 3 more double crochet. 2 and 3 for a total of 4. There we go. Then we will just jump over and work 4 double crochet into every loop around. It's 3 and then 4. Next loop over, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Okay, I will be back when we get around to the first double crochet or chain 3. So back around to the beginning. See you in a minute. Okay, just coming up to the end of row 11. I'm going to go ahead and slip stitch and then we will move on. Now let's see, we are going to start row 12. And we have, here we are, chain 3 and double crochet in each double crochet around, join, piece measures 5 inches in diameter. Okay, just like we did down here. So chain 3 and into the next double crochet over, we start working our double crochets in every stitch around. So this is a pretty simple row. I will be back when we are ready to close this round up and move on, but we will measure first. Okay, just finishing up round 12, and my piece measures, it's curled up a little bit, but I think it's supposed to be, and my piece measures 5 inches. There you go. Okay, let me just go ahead and join. And then we will move on. Join to the top of chain 3. 1, 2, and here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now let's see row 13. No row 13. Okay. Piece measures 5 inches in diameter. Now work front of cap back and forth in rows as follows, sorry. Okay. Well, I think this is curled the wrong way, first of all. There, I think it's supposed to be curled this way. I think we're going to now start working like this instead of around. I think that's what they're getting at. Here we go. Chain 3, double crochet in next 126 double crochet. Chain 5 and turn. What? Oh, no. I think we're doing... I thought we were going to start working like this. I think what we're doing now is, I think now we are doing this instead of completing the circles. I think now we come around and we stop and turn, and we come this way and stop and turn and come this way. So I think that's what we're doing now. Some of you watching are probably going, yeah, duh, I kind of picked up on that. Well, I'm a little slower. Okay, so chain 3, double crochet in the next 126 double crochet. Well, we ended this with 160. So I'm going to count 127 stitches and put a stitch marker there. I'm going to start with, I'm going to start right here. I'll start with the chain 3. That's my first double crochet. Okay, I'm going to start counting 127 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'll be back whenever I have counted up all the stitches. Okay. So I counted out 127 stitches, and this is the space that I have left between stitch 1 and stitch 127, right there. So let's start working some double crochets. In every stitch around, we work 1 double crochet. Then we will chain 5 and turn. And so, yeah, okay. Chain 1, or chain. Work 127 double crochet, then chain 5 and turn. I will be back when I get to that point. Okay, just coming up to the end of row 1. Got 2 stitches left to work, and I wanted to work them with you. There we go. Okay, now it says to chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and turn. Chain 5 and turn. Second row, skip 2 double crochet, and in next double crochet, make a double crochet. Chain 3 and double crochet. Chain 5, skip 2 double crochet, single crochet in next double crochet, chain 5. Repeat from here across, ending with single crochet in top stitch of turning chain, chain 5 and turn. So we're going to have to go through that step by step because that was kind of a little bit of a lot. So here we go. So we skip 2 double crochet and make 1 double crochet into the next. So 1, 2, here's the third one over, and there we go. Now we chain 3 and double crochet where? In the same stitch. Skip 2 double crochet, and next double crochet, make a double crochet. Chain 3 and double crochet. Okay. Just in the same stitch, maybe? Maybe. Let's see, here we go. Chain 5, skip 2. 1, 2, oh, shoot. I don't know if you missed that. You probably did. Okay. So let me start over again. I do apologize. I'll have to cut that. All right. So we chain 5 and we skip 2 and double crochet into the third stitch over. Then it says to chain 3 and double crochet. 1, 2, 3. It doesn't say where, so same stitch. Guessing? Just when I thought this pattern was going really easy and smooth, makes it nice and complicated for me, just the way I like it. Okay, now we chain 5 and skip 2 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Skip 2 double crochet and single crochet in next double crochet. So we skip 2, 1, 2, and the third stitch over we work 1 single crochet. Now we chain 5 and repeat from here. Okay, so now we chain 5 and we skip 2 double crochet, 1, 2, and the third one over we work 1 double crochet, chain 3. I sure hope this is right. Double crochet into the same stitch. I would have thought it would have said into the same stitch, since it's so good at pointing that out, that it's same stitch in so many other places in the pattern. So, but maybe, I mean, that looks like something. That looks like a thing. So yeah, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip 2, 1, 2, and in the third one over we work 1 single crochet, and I already forgot what we do after we work the single. We work 1 single crochet, then we chain 5, and then just keep repeating. Okay, so chain 5, skip 2, and in the third stitch over we work double crochet, chain 3, double crochet into the same stitch, question mark. Seems like it's working out though. Then we chain 5, skip 2, and in the third stitch over work a single crochet, followed by a chain 5, skip 2, and in the third stitch over we work a double crochet, 1, 2, 3. So it seems to me the repeat is single crochet, chain 5, double crochet, chain 3, double crochet into the same stitch, chain 5, and skip 2, and in the third stitch over single crochet, followed by a chain 5, what is that, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we skip 2 and work a double crochet, 1, 2, and in the third stitch over, chain 3, double crochet into the same stitch, chain 5, single crochet in the third stitch over. So skip 2 and work a single crochet, then chain 5 again. So looks like it's making this sort of a design. I hope this is correct. Here, I'll move this so you can see a little better. I hope that this is correct. I'm going to keep going and we will see how it winds up. We'll see if it works out. Okay, be back. Okay, just coming up to my last stitch pattern of the row. And I just worked my last double crochet, basically V-stitch, double crochet, chain 3, double crochet into the same stitch. So chain 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Skip 2 and work a single crochet into the last stitch. There we go. Now, I think it said we chain 5 and turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and turn. Now we start row 3. Yes, chain 5 and turn. 3rd row. And next, chain 3 space, make 6 double crochet with 1 chain between shell made. So we're going to do 3 double crochet, chain 1, and then 3 double crochet to make a shell. Chain 1 and repeat across. Oh, I'm sorry, and repeat from here across, ending with 6 double crochet, a shell stitch. So ending with a 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet between, in the last chain 3 space, chain 5 and turn. Okay. So here is our first chain 3 space right here at the top of this V-stitch essentially, and we work 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet. So that's 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and 1, 2, and 3. And I think it said we chain 1 between the shells as well. Repeat from across. Or no. Make 6 double crochet with 1 chain between shell made. Chain 1 and repeat. Yes. Okay, so we will chain 1 and then repeat. Jump over to the next V-stitch and work our 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, 2, 3, chain 1, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so I'm going to repeat this all the way back around to the end here, and then I will be back. So, forgot to mention before I jumped off, with a chain 1 between the shells. So you'll chain 1 after you make your shell, you'll chain 1 and then jump over and start making your next shell. Okay, I'll be back. 3, 4, 5. Okay, then we chain 5 and turn, and now it says to work that V-stitch in the chain 1 space, so that's a double crochet, chain 3 double crochet, all into the same space, double crochet, then we chain 5 and work a single crochet into the chain 1 space between the shells, and we repeat. Chain 5, work a V-stitch in the chain 1 space, so that's double crochet, chain 3, and double crochet into the same space, chain 5, and into the chain 1 space between the shells, we work our single crochet. Okay, so I'm going to work this all the way to the end, but let's see here, because 4th row is full of a lot of stuff. Okay, chain 5, turn, and repeat the 3rd and 4th rows alternately until front of cap measures 4 inches, ending with the 4th row. So we're going to end at 4 inches, we're going to end with the V-stitch row. So then we'll worry about last row. So, okay, so actually what we're going to do from here is repeat after we work the V-stitch row. I'm just going to call it the V-stitch row, which is technically what they're calling row 3 right here. So we work the V-stitch row, then we're going to chain 5 and turn and work the shell row. So yeah, I'm going to work the rest of the V-stitch row, then I'll jump back on with you and we will chain 5, turn, and start the shell stitch row together. Then you will just alternate repeating the V-stitch row and the shell stitch row over and over again until we get 4 inches. So until we have achieved 4 inches. So that much. Shouldn't be very much. Shouldn't be very much. Okay, I'll come back whenever I get to the end of this V-stitch row here. I made it all the way to my last, just finished my last V-stitch here on the other end. So it says to chain 5 and turn. Chain 5, turn, and repeat the 3rd and 4th rows alternately. So now we do the shells. This first one here. 2, 3, chain 1. 2 and 3 with a chain 1 and just work 1 double crochet. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and work 4 inches of the alternating V-stitch and shell stitch rows. Our last row is meant to be a V-stitch row like this right here. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to keep following exactly what it says by working out of the very last stitch made, not connecting down here at all. So that's what I'm going to do. It looks like we're going to work a chain edge anyways, so this is probably all going to get connected with a chain. Okay, I'll be back whenever I have 4 inches and my last row is the V-stitch row. Okay, so back again just one more time before I actually let you go to complete the 4 inches. We'll go over this one more time. So just work my last fan stitch. We chain 5. That's 5, turn. Now we work the V-stitch row. And into the very first chain 1 space of the fan stitch, we work our first V-stitch. 1, 2, 3. Then double crochet, then chain 5 and single crochet into the chain 1 space between the shells, then chain 5 again, then work our next V-stitch. It is turning out so cute though. Would you look at this stitch pattern? Oh my goodness, I love everything about this. So cute. Oh, this is so cute. Okay, I'll be back whenever I have 4 inches. Okay, just finished my last row. I now have 4 inches. Let me get the, there we go. Let me get the measuring tape out. Oh boy, I think my measuring tape has had it. Time for a new one. So, let me even this up so that it doesn't look longer than 4 inches. There we go. And I am at 4 inches. It looks like it's just over 4 inches. It's 4 inches. It's just these stick out a little far. And it needed to end, the last row needed to be the V-stitch row anyhow. But I'm at 4 inches. That's pretty good. So let's see, what do we do next? Here we go. Cap measures 4 inches. Okay. In each chain 3 space, make 5 treble with a P or picot between. Then it tells you how to make a picot. We're going to chain 3 and single crochet in the 3rd chain from the hook. Do not fasten off, but work along neck edge as follows. So we'll worry about the neck edge when we get there because we've got the whole front of the cap to work. So let's see, does it say to chain 5? No, it just starts off with a in each chain 3 space. So I'm going to go ahead and chain 5 and turn as we have been doing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And it said to work 5 treble with a picot in between. So yarn over twice, work 1 treble, and then a picot. 1, 2, 3, and work a single crochet into the very first chain made. See there we have 1, 2, 3 of our chains. We're going to work into this very first one. And we work a single crochet, yarn over twice, and into that V-stitch space, we work our next treble crochet with a picot. 1, 2, 3, and into the chain 1, or the first chain, we work a single crochet. Work a picot, or treble. Let me show you another way of making a picot in case you don't like working into the chain. It might be a little difficult. You can chain 3, and instead of working into the chain, right here, if you turn it towards you this way, you'll see this is the top of our treble crochet. Turn it to the side. Here you see the side of the treble, top side of the treble, and there's 1 loop just below it, just like that. And you can work your picot right into there like that. And that might be a little easier. See there? I'll do that again. Yarn over twice, go into the V-stitch, work our treble, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and right here is where we're going to work that picot. Right into the top side of that treble. You just pull your loop through and yarn over and work your single. So you see that's just another way of making a picot, but yeah, you might like it better. Here you can clearly see you've got 2 made the more traditional way. Right here. Sorry. And then these 2 right here made the way I just showed you. So it's up to you, really. I like either way. I'll do it one more time. Yarn over twice, work 1 more treble, chain 3. Then we come down into the side of the top side of that treble, just like that, and work a single crochet. And there you go. So I leave it up to you which way you like better. You might like this way better. It does seem to look really nice compared. This looks a lot smaller. So it's entirely up to you. I think I'm going to continue to do it this way just because they look so full and nice. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, does it say to chain 1? Do not fasten off, work along. No, it does not say to chain 1, so it doesn't look like we need to chain 1. That's pretty spread out. So here we go, yarn over and into the next V-stitch. We start working our trebles with 1 picot in between. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to work that other picot when we go into the side of the stitch like this. I just like the way it looks better. It seems fuller. Yarn over twice, go back into that V-stitch. There we go. Chain 3. Go into the side of that treble stitch and work our picot. Yarn over twice and do it 3 more times. So this is going to take a minute. let's look at the picture. So that's what we're working on right now. Okay, I'll be back whenever I get all the way over to the other end, and then we will start working the side and the back and the other side, and then we'll be ready to put ribbon on it. But that won't happen for me until tomorrow because I have to go to Walmart and get some ribbon. I was going to get some on Amazon a couple days ago, but the wait is so long, it would be quicker for me just to wait for my husband's day off to run me up to Walmart and pick some up, so I don't have any ribbon on hand. So, and I've decided to go with ivory ribbon. It's not because I want it to be boring, but it's because I don't want to cloud the idea you may have in mind for colors. Like you may have a pink or a blue in mind, but don't just settle with pink or blue. Remember, there's corals, there's lemon yellow, mint green, browns, all kinds of beautiful colors. But I didn't want what you saw on camera to cloud your imagination for what you already have in mind. So I'm just going to go with a very neutral ivory, and that way you can insert color here of your own, and I think that'll be fine. Look how pretty this is turning out. Oh my goodness, I'm really, really into this. Can I back out? No, I cannot. It's crazy. Sometimes my camera will let me pan out and sometimes it won't. Isn't that darling though? Oh my goodness. I love it. Okay, guys, I'll be back when I get myself worked over to the other end. Okay, I now have my front cap edging done. So let's work the sides. And do not fasten off, but work the neck edge as follows. Chain 5, single crochet in next turning chain, and repeat across side edge of front. Then we'll come back and do the back. So here we go. We chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And work a single crochet in the next turning chain. And repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Work a single crochet into the next turning chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Single crochet into the next turning chain, all along the side. Okay, I will be right back. Okay, there is the edge worked. Now let's do the back section. Let's see. Then chain 5, skip 3 double crochet, slip stitch in each double crochet to within last 3 double crochet. Chain 5 and work. Oh, okay. I see what they're saying. So we chain 5. Single crochet, no, chain 5, slip stitch in each double crochet across. Kind of almost just want to work like a regular double crochet or a single crochet. That seems like it would be a little less fussy. But we're gonna do what they say. I'm not gonna go rogue. So I'm slip stitching kind of loosely. I don't want this to buckle into every stitch across. I'm just curious what it would look like with a single crochet. Just I'm not going to keep it. I'm just curious. Plus, maybe you want to see too. So there's the difference. The slip stitch and then the single crochet. I suppose you can pick whichever way you like and go with that. but I'll come back and I'll stick to the pattern. I know I've just been kind of almost dying to go rogue this whole pattern, haven't I? There we go. This looks really nice too, though. Okay, I'll be back when I get all the way over to the other end, and then we will work the other edge, and then we'll be done until, well, until tomorrow when I can get myself over to Walmart and get some satin ribbon. Okay, I'll be back when I get down here. Okay, now that I have worked my last slip stitch in, that is how that looks, and it really does look very nice. So it's entirely up to you if you want to do the single crochet or the slip stitch row. So now we chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and start working our single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Single crochet into the turning chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the turning chain. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. There we are. So this bonnet is essentially done, other than the ribbon and the rosettes. So we will do that next. And let me just cut. I'm going to go ahead and weave in my ends off camera. And I will be back whenever I have the 3 yards of satin ribbon. So there we go. Super duper cute. That is so cute. Oh, I just love that. Don't have any babies in my life at this moment. So I don't have any babies to model this on for you. So the best I could do is my hands. There you go. Okay, let's get started on the satin. Okay, now time for the ribbon. I did already start just because I wanted to make sure that this size ribbon was going to work. At first I thought 1/2 inch might be a little too thick, but it seems to be working out really, really well. I got this from Walmart today and it was only $1.98 for it, so we'll just call it $2. It's not real satin, it's polyester, but it looks pretty satiny. It's really cute, really affordable, and it comes in so stinking many colors. Okay, so it says to work your ribbon through a 1/2 inch from the rim, or I mean an inch from the rim. So this here is roughly about an inch on almost everyone's hands, So I started working in this section right here, and I'm just weaving it up and picking up, let's see here, right here, these sections here between the V-stitches. See, that's the V-stitch. So between the V-stitches is where I'm working. So I'm going to come back up through this one here, and I'm using the tape that comes with the spool automatically comes. I'm just using that and it's kind of helping me push through a little bit. Now I'm going to come on the other side of the V-stitch right here and go down into there. Now I'm going to deviate from the pattern just a little because the pattern is asking you to do more than you really need to. It's kind of unnecessary. I'm sure they had reason for it. I just can't understand the reasoning behind it. So it wants you to start off by cutting a 15-inch piece of ribbon and pass it in and out of openings between shells, about 1 inch from front edge of cap. Sew edges in place. Then cut 2 half-yard lengths for ties. Cut remaining ribbon in half to make 2 rosettes. Sew ties and rosettes to side of cap. Well, I feel like a lot of the stuff in the middle here is kind of unnecessary. I'm simply going to weave this in and cut a length good enough for ties. And that's what I'm going to do. Then I'm going to make a rosette. Also, I didn't tell you the details of this. It says 5/8 of an inch. That's just slightly over half an inch. And it is 18 feet. We only need 9 feet of this for 3. It's calling for 3 yards, but we're not even going to, I'm not going to use the full 3 yards because I don't intend on cutting just from here to here, then, you know, to the other side and then cut. And then cutting even more for ties. And that just to me seems kind of unnecessary. So that's my personal choice for this. Now on the other side of our V-stitch right here is where I'm going to punch up. So yeah, to me, this just seems, I don't know. What do they say? Work smarter, not harder. I don't quite understand the reasoning behind it. That's okay. I don't have to understand the reasoning behind it. This is the way I'm choosing to do this. Give myself a little bit more slack. And maybe you'll agree, and then again, maybe you can let me know in the comments the reasoning behind it, and then the rest of us can be more educated into that as well. There we go, just the other side of the V-stitch into the large opening between the 2 chain 5s right above the single crochet. And I just punch it in. Oops. Oh, my bad. My bad. There we go. Try to keep it straight. Now I'm going to skip this shell area, and just on the other side of the V-stitch right here is where I'm going to come back up through. There we go. And I did find a couple of helpful tutorials to show me how to make a rosette. So I'm going to give the one I felt looked the most like the pattern a try. Of course, I will have to scale it way back because this is just a tiny little hat. I believe this hat is going to be appropriate for 0 to 3 months old. And of course, you can probably alter the size by using a different hook and a different yarn or thread size. Like perhaps for the, 4 to 7 month or 8 month, you can use a number Ted. What number is Ted? A number 10 bedspread cotton. And then as they get a little older, up to a year, maybe even a number 2, like a 2-weight thread. There we go. It's really coming along. Some of it's trying to fold a little bit. That's okay. That's going to happen. Even, especially if the baby starts tugging at its hat and playing with it, that's just going to happen. Okay, almost to the end. Now I'm going to end by coming through this very outer edge right here. Let me go ahead and, oops, oh, that dropped. That unraveled a bit. Okay, yeah, I have a little twist here. There we go. Now I'm going to just come up through this outer edge right here. That is precisely how I started as well. Right through that outer edge. Okay, so as far as ties go, they don't need to be super duper long. So let me cut back on the slack here just a little. I think that seems, there we go. How long is that? I should have got a new one of these when I was at Walmart. I didn't even think about it. This one came from like a bank or something. Because I think that is pretty good length there. Let's see if I can pan out just a little. I cannot. I don't know why sometimes my camera lets me pan out and sometimes it's like, nah, not really wanting you to do that. Okay, so it's about a foot. Do we need a foot? I mean, a foot would make for a cute little bow tie right underneath. So I am going to do a foot on both sides. About 10 to 12 inches. I think I just shortened it up a little. 11 inches. Okay, so between 10 and 12 inches, I think is going to be fine. And again, this is all just my choice. You do whatever you wish. You can follow the instructions as I read them, and I'm sure that they have reason for it, so it'll probably turn out absolutely lovely. Not a big fan of how it keeps trying to curl and whatnot, but it is what it is. Okay, cut a matching length over here. And there's my scissors. Now, I want to fold the end in half and trying to remember how I saw them, that would make a poke, a point. I think I go this way. There, yeah, and that will create that. I'll do that one more time. This side has that little piece of tape on it, so that'll be going. Fold it in half like a little taco shell. And then from the outer edge where the folds touch, you will come in at an angle like that. And that will create that sort of effect. Cute. Okay, so here is how, let me see if I can pan out. Let me stop filming and see if that will help. So whenever I stop filming, it's totally cool with letting me pan out. So now you can get a better look at what I have done here. And so I think about 10 to 11 inches on both sides will allow you to make a really cute bow under the baby's chin. There we go, just like that. Okay, let's get a good look at this darling little thing. Oh, that is so cute. Oh my God. Okay, let's start making the rosettes. Okay, so what we're going to do is use our 3 fingers, because these rosettes don't need to be very big at all. As you can see, we're working with small space. So these rosettes are going to be round about this big here. So they really don't need to be much bigger than that. So 3 fingers wide should be good enough. Unravel some of this, and we will wrap it around one, let's see here. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, I think I want to do 8, 5, 6, 7, one more, I'm getting twisted up here, and then 8. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut right here. Let that relax a little. So now they say, in the video that I saw, I need to have a piece of string or something ready to go. Let me use this to hold it down. Stay. And let me get a piece of yarn. I think I'll do white acrylic. No, that'll look funny, because I don't really want to use this. This will make it bulkier than I want it to be. I think I'll use the white acrylic. I think it'll be fine. So, cutting a piece of white acrylic. All right. Then we cut a little corner here. Cut a little notch here. And then the same on this side. Cut a little notch here. And then here. There we go. Then we open it up like this. And I'll worry about, well, I can cut that real quick. Well, wasn't great, but that's okay. Okay, so we have our notches. Lay the notches over the string. Tie it, just a regular simple knot. There we go. Tie it really tight. I think I will do that a couple of times. Oh, the dog hair. What would my life be without it? Okay. Come up there and wrap it around again. I'm just kind of flipping it around and wrapping it and tying it. Okay, I think that's going to be enough. Then I will tie the knot over the knot just to better secure it. Well, there it goes. I was going to cut you anyway, so yeah. All right. And then we just start spreading it apart. Got one in there. There we go. You pull and twist up, and that's supposed to help move it, like the notch is supposed to help kind of lock them in. As you pull and twist up, they kind of catch on itself. That's the theory behind it anyway. So that's cute. Let's see here. I think what I will do is just tuck this tail in like that and kind of hide it. There we go. Got a few more in here. Okay, so that is our little rosette. And I will just cut this down. So I will make this the back of the rosette. I think that is super cute. And that's where my yarn is. Cut that down. There we go. So that's cute. It's simple. Simple little satiny looking rosette. And if you guys have a better way of doing this, please share it in the comments so that the rest of us can learn that. And I'm just going to attach it right there. So I'm going to make another one real quick and then I will attach. So I'm going to do that off camera. Okay, just working on my second rosette. Thought I'd mess around with that on here a little bit with you just so we can see this part together and how I'm pulling it out and I'm twisting it forward toward me to really manipulate it and try to keep them from sliding back into each other. There we go. That's the uglier side, so that's the side I'm going to... Now, I'm not going to sew because I really don't have that much sewing supplies. I just don't sew. I don't even have any white thread. I've got one spool. Here it is. I use this spool for mending everything, some socks, jeans, whatever. This is what I have, and I've had it for absolute ever. I don't even have any white thread. Like, how pitiful is that? So I am going to use my glue gun. Please don't come at me for this. This is just what I'm doing. This is not what I think you should do. This is just what I'm doing. And we all have a right to do what we want to do, as long as we're not hurting nobody. So this is not, you know, the way that they did it in 1940s. This is the way I'm going to do it. Please don't come at me for this. Okay, there's my little rosettes. Here is my baby bonnet. And just want to make sure, because when I glue it, that's going to be it. Oh, that is cute. Okay, yes. Perfect. Get rid of some of this stuff. Okay, bring in my glue gun. Woo, yeah, we are good. Okay, so I'm just going to start with a dot in the middle and kind of smear it around a little bit, because we don't want it to be too big and we don't want it to ooze. And I'm going to put that right there. The thing with hot glue is once it starts to feel tolerable to the touch. It's still pretty hot right now, but I can put up with it. But once it's just warm, it's really secure. And that's how you know you can move on. You're on there. And it didn't ooze or squeeze out anywhere back here. You didn't see any spider webbing. So we are good on this side. Now, let's get the ugly side. I think that's going to be my ugly side. So, Just smear that around a little. And attach it right there. Let me try to pull this up just a pinch. Yeah, that's hot. And again, no glue came out the backside. Even though this is lacy, you just have to put a thin layer and it'll be fine. Part of me, I would never do this just because this would go to a baby, but part of me wants to put, like, I've got the plastic fake pearls, and you can put those in like a pill cutter and split those in half, and you can put a half pearl on each side. But I wouldn't do that because these are for babies and you don't want the baby to wind up taking it off, although it likely would never come off. I just wouldn't trust it. I just wouldn't trust it. But my instinct would be to want to put a little white pearl half on each side to cover those centers. But there we go. And that is on there. That is on there. It is on there. That's my version of liquid stitch. So there is the baby bonnet. Too cute. Too cute. I actually went to the thrift shop today on the way home from Walmart to see if I could find a baby doll. Let's see if it'll let me pan out. Okay, I'll be right back. There we go. I tried to find a life-size baby doll so that I could have something to model this baby stuff with, because I've got bibs, I've got sunsuits coming up, and more bonnets, you know, and not just bonnets, but just baby caps as well. And we got mittens and all kinds of things coming up. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop looking, because it's a thrift shop. Things come and things go. So I'm on the hunt for one of those, you know, my first baby kind of baby dolls. But here we go. My hands will have to work for now. That is very, very, very cute. Very cute. Oh, precious. Precious. Okay, guys. Well, this is it. This is the tutorial for the baby bonnet. And I already forgot the year. 1941. 1941 baby bonnet. Totally super cute. I love how like frilly and lacy it is. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. So now you guys can make this, make it for gifts, make it for your babies, whatever you wish to do. I have more baby stuff coming up, but my next pattern, okay, the vintage Japanese pattern is putting up a real fight. Now the pattern itself is pretty interesting, but it seems like we're going to be able to get through it without any trouble. I already worked quite a bit of it up. My trouble is I am struggling to find the right yarn for it. So that pattern will eventually come up. Good thing is it's a summer pattern, so I do still have a little bit of time to work it out. But this is some of the material I'm using with it. And I was pairing it with this, but I think I'm going to have to pair it with an 8/4 cotton, which is this size, but white. A much thicker cotton. So I'm going to give that a try. Once I get this pattern figured, I'm telling you, I worked this pattern up to 31 rows and ripped it apart 4 times. So I am not giving up on this pattern. Look at how beautiful that is. You guys are going to love this one. It's from the 70s. Okay, but our next pattern coming up after this is going to be from the 70s. It's a 1971 learner's poncho. I'm not exactly sure what they mean by learners, but I have a couple of ideas. So stay tuned for that one. I'm super excited about it. I bought all the yarn I need for it today. I will see you guys in the next tutorial. Love you always. Bye.